Hello, 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 hello. It's good to see you. My name is David Arenas, and I am the Senior Program Manager at Global Citizen Year. I got it right that time. And I am so excited to welcome you today to our Academy Welcome. This is the first day that we get to see you, to meet you, and to welcome you into our community. It's a special day for us because we're bringing together people from many different places in the world. Um, and thanks to technology, we're able to do that at the same time and in this little space where we have little boxes. We're all little boxes here. So that is wonderful. For the next 45 minutes, we're gonna be here receiving messages and having a little bit of fun in this formal piece of our program. But we will be having other activities after this component on Zoom is done, and we'll be moving for our other platform, GatherTown. I hope that some of you already checked it out, participated in the speed meeting, and yeah, you know that it's actually really fun to hang out there. Okay, before we begin with our program, I'm gonna ask you to do a few things. I'm posting a link in the chat that has some Zoom backgrounds. We would love to see you on camera if you're able to do so and add one of those backgrounds. We just want to have a festive feeling to this welcome. I see that some of you already did it. Sumaya has one, Mohammed, Waisi, who else here? Maria Belen, and so many others. So please, if you're able to do so, add a background to your screen so that we are able to celebrate accordingly our session. The other thing that I want to ask you as we continue with our program is to rename yourself on Zoom and add the place in the world where you're calling from. In this case, I am calling from Houston in Texas, so I'll be adding that to my display name in a little bit. But if you're able to do so, make sure that you include the place in the world where you're calling from. Let me see if I can see some of those places. I see Ayesha from Pakistan. I see, who else? Erina Noriaka from Oakland in California. I see, who else here? Let's see, Daniel from Mexico. I see Himanshu from India. Kamari from Peru. Bienvenida, Kamari. Mariam from Afghanistan. Great. Mira from India. Who else? I see Shoji from Sao Paulo in Brazil, and other folks from Bangladesh, Sumaya. Great, that's awesome. This is great. And it gives you an idea of where you're calling from. To give it a little bit more flavor and understand where people are calling from, I want you to use your emojis. And if you're able to hear me correctly, make sure to use a thumbs up emoji to let me know that audio is good. Okay, I see Daniel doing it. I see Belen, Kamari, Mariam, Shoji, Mohammed. Excellent, we're good. Okay, throughout the session, we wanna make sure that you use your emojis. This is how we'll be communicating. Sometimes when we're on Zoom, we feel that we're just talking into infinity, that we're in this little black box and we talk into infinity, but there should be a lot of feedback, right? So I see, oh, excellent. Ibrahim, you have some of the cool emojis there. You have the fire one. Nice, that's awesome. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna ask you a question and I want you to reply with an emoji if this applies to you, okay? So if it is morning for you, I want you to use the clap emoji. Okay, so if it's morning for you, use the clap emoji. Still 11 a.m. for me, so I'm using clap emoji. I see Christopher, I see Mohammed, Mahir are in morning time, Daniel, Kamari, excellent. So I see some of you are still early in the day. Okay, for those of you who is evening, use the laughing emoji because sometimes in the evening we're all loopy and funny. Okay, Marion, I see Marion Cosima. Nice, thank you. Aziz and Ayesha, excellent, great. I see some of you are calling from a place where it's already night. Okay, for those of you that are kind of like in between, it's not morning, but it's not evening. Why don't you use the celebration emoji to tell me that, it's kind of like middle of the day for you. Okay, excellent. I see Nirvana. I see Lucas, Aliyah. Excellent. I see many of you are there. Great. So we have that out of the way. Thank you so much for those of you that are able to put the background on your Zoom, turn on your cameras, participated in renaming yourselves, putting the place and the word where you're calling from. Croatia, great, Croatia, beautiful place. And we'll begin with our program. So again, my name is David Arenas. Sometimes I have a dual personality in English, so I go by David. So if I call myself that, you know what's going on. And I am the Senior Program Manager at Global Citizen Year. I'm delighted to be here and welcoming you into this session. The welcome of the Academy, the Friday before we begin our program, and we're so excited to be here. So I'm gonna show you what we'll be doing for the next 45 minutes or so, and how this session is gonna be structured. So I'm gonna present my screen very quickly, and just give me a thumbs up if you're able to see it, okay? We are going to obviously welcome you into the Academy, and this is a program that we have for today. So we'll be having a message from our CEO and VP of People and Talent. We're gonna have an overview of the Academy. We will have a message from alumni who are part of this community and this community that you'll be part of as of today. And we'll finish with a message from our CPO, our Chief Program Officer. And then we'll have some games and some activities on GatherTown for you to just interact with each other. We don't want to talk to you all the time and bore you to death. No, we just want to welcome you formally, and then you have an opportunity to connect with your peers. Excellent. I just saw how Ibrahim changed his background as I was like finishing my sentence. I appreciate that, Ibrahim. Thank you. Keep it up. You're my favorite today. Excellent. So we will do that. Erin and Odiak are figuring out that I have new favorites as the day progresses. Excellent. So to continue with our program and kickstart this welcome, I want to pass the virtual microphone to Erin Llewellyn and Odiaka Gonzalez, who will be welcoming you folks to our Academy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Erin Llewellyn, and I am the CEO of Global Citizen Year. And I've been working at Global Citizen Year for 8 years.
And I'm Odiaka Gonzalez. I am the VP of People and Talent here at Global Citizen Year, and I've been here for 3 years.
And we thought we might start just by telling you why we work at Global Citizen Year. So for me, I've spent my whole career working with young people, trying to find ways to support them to discover their potential. And I feel like Global Citizen Year just does an amazing job of that. And it just keeps me wanting to do more and more and more and figure out better ways to do it all the time. So that's why I work here. That's why I joined Global Citizen Year. That's why I've been here for so long.
Awesome. And I work here because I got to see firsthand the transformative impact our programs had on our students. And I was able to then see the ripple effects it had on their lives and on their communities. And I am excited to continue seeing that and being a part of Global Citizen Year.
And we are so excited to welcome you to the Fall 2022 Academy class. Yay! I wanted to tell you a little bit more about Global Citizen Year and how we came to be and how the Academy came to be specifically. So we were founded 12 years ago, and our first program that we ran for 10 full years was a year-long fellowship where we sent young people to a different country other than their own to immerse in another culture for 9 months, learning about themselves, learning about the world around them, and then igniting their passion to make a positive impact in the world. Then the pandemic hit and we couldn't send young people around the world anymore. So we thought to ourselves, well, people are going to need, young people specifically, while their education is being disrupted by this pandemic, are going to need some way to build community and to do the things that we know we're actually pretty good at doing. So how do we deliver this differently? So we invented the Academy as a group. The whole team came together to put this together. And the idea is to bring young people together from across the globe to be able to really think about themselves, think about their communities, think about the world they live in and how they can make a positive impact in the world. So we're seeing so much power in the Academy, more than we could have even imagined. And now we've impacted over 2,000 students and counting, and we know we need to keep that going.
And this term, the Academy welcomes 260 students from 56 countries from around the world, which is just mind-blowing. Yes, and that's all of you. This global reach is so powerful. It means students are gaining new perspectives, building a network of curious, courageous, and empathetic individuals who are ready and motivated to change the world. With this far reach and diversity of lived experiences, our students have infinite potential of what they can learn together, how they can grow together, and what they can build together.
And as you all prepare to embark in this journey, we got together and we thought to ourselves, like, what kind of, should we offer just a bit of advice? We sadly have never done the Academy, which we wish we would have. But at the same time, we've done had certain opportunities in our lives that we thought maybe we would just take a second to think about what is a piece of advice we could give. So here's mine. Mine is about building your community. I wish I would have started building this type of community at a younger age. And for some of you, this may be the first time you come together with folks who share your levels of curiosity, your levels of excitement for the world and the role you are going to play in it and are playing in it. Take full advantage of that. Meet folks in your actual smaller class, but also meet folks outside of that. Make an effort to build those relationships and really get to know people, deepen those relationships, and begin building your community in a new and very intentional way.
Great advice, Erin. And my advice is the same advice my mother shared with me before I embarked on experiences like this, is take advantage of this opportunity. And that means be present, be there, be fully there, and engage and bring your authentic self to these moments. Be curious, ask questions, dig a little bit deeper. And listen and reflect, and something my mom didn't necessarily focus on, but have fun in this experience, enjoy it. This is such a special opportunity that you all have, and really soak it up.
And before we wrap up our introduction, I wanted to make a quick plug for my upcoming speaker series, Fireside Chat. I'd love to get to know you all a bit better, hear your thoughts and questions, and share more about my leadership journey with you. It'll take place on September 23rd. And once again, before I hand it back to David, I just want to say how truly excited I am for all of you, the journey you're about to take, and that you're joining our community. Keep your hearts and minds open to new experiences, new ways of thinking, and new ways of approaching problems, and stick with it. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Erin. Thank you, Odiaka. This is great advice. And please, folks, help me in giving them a round of virtual applause, because Erin and Odiaka have been up probably since like 5:45, or maybe even earlier than that. They attended the previous session. So thank you so much for being here and for helping us welcome our new cohort of Academy students. So thank you, folks. Excellent. So we're going to continue our program, and we just want to introduce some of the staff members that will be part of the experience of the Academy, and the people who have been working really hard to develop this program for you folks. Before I go into that, I just wanted to mention, as Odiaka said, I just wanted to have a visual representation of where people are coming from in the world. So we have 260 students coming from 56 different countries. So this is about a third of the globe, and we are so excited to have that rich representation from everywhere and anywhere. So as they said, take this opportunity to connect with people who are not like you, learn through those lines of difference, which is a very, very important opportunity that you have. So let's continue. I just want to introduce some of our staff members so that you know who were the people who are working with you. So Elikem Tometi Archer, who is our Chief Program Officer and will deliver a message for you later today. Jake, who is our Lead Academy Instructor. Jen, who's our Vice President of Programs. Mark, who is in charge of Health and Safety. Rocio, who's managing the mentorship program. If you're in the mentorship program, you probably have heard from Rocio already. Holly, who is our Director of Monitoring and Evaluation, myself, who I already introduced myself, Carla, who manages operations, Dr. Lauren Pitts, who's a registrar. You'll be in contact with her throughout the whole 12 weeks of the Academy. And then Chietza, who's our program associate for student community engagement, Kendall, who is our program associate for operations, Mariana, who's in charge of teaching and learning, and Danielle, who is our community engagement ambassador. So if you receive an acceptance letter, which you all did, if you receive a newsletter, if you receive an email to be in this session, it was because of the work that these people created, right, and generated for us to be all together. So just take that into account. We put our heart and minds into all the work that we do, and here is the product, right? So that's that. I'm going to move on quickly into introducing Jake, who is our Lead Academy Instructor, who's going to deliver a message and also tell you a little bit more about the program that you're going to begin. So hang on for a second. I need to do a quick change of screens, and hopefully this time I'll make it as smooth as possible. There you go. Let me know if the audio is working with a thumbs up.
Thank you, David. Hello, everyone. Before I begin, I just want to take a moment to honor and express deep gratitude to all of the Indigenous people who sustain the land that we each live on, wherever we are around the world, and to our ancestors who made it possible for us to be here together in this moment. There's so much to be grateful for. Welcome to the 5th class of the Global Citizen Academy. I am so humbled, excited, and honored to be in the presence of each of you, even if it is virtual. One day, maybe we'll all be able to meet in person. My name is Jake Seltzer, and I am the lead instructor and curriculum developer for the Global Citizen Academy. I have been with the Academy since it started and served as an instructor in the Academy's founding semester. I won't talk too much about myself because I don't think I am that interesting, but I will say that I am joining from Oakland, California, which is ancestrally Ohlone land. I am fortunate to serve as the moon reflecting the sunlight of my 2 sons, Azai and Sky, and my wife, Anava. Okay, that's enough about me. Now I'd like to highlight the components that will make up your experience in the Global Citizen Academy. First, your leadership as a practice class. In this course, you will engage in a leadership journey, which takes you both deeply inward through reflection and self-exploration and all around the world, via engaging in a globally focused and culturally diverse curriculum, along with discussions in your global cohort. At the end of this journey, you will have had the opportunity to enhance your leadership skills and abilities through course learnings, discussions, and engaging in community-driven leadership in your own communities. You will really be learning from each other and learning by doing. Along the way, you'll wrestle with big questions through 3 distinct and interconnected units. The first, identity, where you'll be pondering over the age-old question, who am I? Community, where you'll be really digging deep into what your community is from as many perspectives as possible. And the big question is, what does your community need? And again, thinking about every perspective possible. And then ultimately in your last unit, you'll be thinking about impact. How can you work collaboratively to be a part of the change that your community needs? In each of these units, you'll learn from the global perspectives of your classmates and put your leadership skills and concepts, from class into practice in your own communities through your assignments, work, energies, and conversation. At the end of the course, you'll have been exposed to perspectives around the world, had the opportunity to deeply explore yourself and your community from multiple vantage points, nurtured community with expert instructors and a global cohort of change makers, and gained the tools to systemically design community-driven projects for impact. And hopefully you've also had the opportunity to extend and challenge your thinking, not just about the course, but how you see the whole world. I'm confident in saying that conversations you have in class will extend and challenge your thinking. And I know that each of you will enter your class with full heart, mind, and spirit. And because of that, I cannot wait to hear about the magic you co-create. In addition to the Leadership as a Practice course, there is the mentorship piece for those of you who opted in. Mentorship is an important part of your leadership journey and will provide you with the space to reflect on your leadership journey, gain clarity on the type of leader you hope to be, and focus on key skills like self-awareness and perspective taking. You will be matched with a mentor based on common interest and time zone, and you will have 4 meetings throughout the Academy. Last but certainly not least is the Academy community. And forgive me for talking so much at you today. Of course, I'd love to stop and just hear from each of you and learn your stories, but I know this isn't the space for that. But the Academy community is a space where you can explore your own stories and learn more about your classmates, as well as engage in activities that are meaningful to you. The Academy community space provides you with the opportunity to participate in extracurriculars designed by your classmates, alumni, and staff. These opportunities help you connect with other change makers around the world and further build lifelong relationships. Not to mention that they should be a lot of fun. The extent to and depth of which you engage in these activities is up to you. In this way, think of the Academy community as a space to choose your own adventure. Some opportunities that exist within your Academy community are the Leadership in Action Speaker Series, the Buddy System, and Global Talks, where you can share your perspective on local issues and make those global connections, as well as learn from the perspectives and experiences of your cohort of classmates around the world. The community is a place entirely for you that you can make your own. You can get out as much as you put in. And it also provides you with an amazing opportunity to meet other Global Citizen Academy students who are not in your cohort. And by cohort, sorry, I mean your actual Leadership as a Practice class. So I will rephrase. It provides you with the opportunity to meet students outside of your Leadership as a Practice class, because each of you is so amazing. To be limited only to the students in your class is restricting you from meeting other amazing human beings. I cannot wait to see what you get out of class, mentorship, and the community. Next, I want to introduce you to our instructional team. I'm so honored to be able to do this. We truly do have an incredible group of 10 instructors who come from all around the world. These instructors are all incredibly talented facilitators, and more importantly, amazing and inspiring human beings. Each has a diverse array of skills, perspectives, and experiences to offer you. And I can say once again how honored I am to work with each of them. I urge you to get to know your instructor one-on-one, as each of them have so much generosity of spirit and so much to offer. Similar to the amazing program team, they have spent the last several weeks preparing for your arrival, and they are excited to get to know you. Believe me when I say you are in good hands, and please know that you can reach out to any of us at any time. We are all dedicated to making sure you have the best possible experience. Before I say goodbye, one last thing. Please take a moment to stroll through your Zoom windows and see all the beautiful faces from all around the world who are all here today, together, right here, right now, at this moment, all gathered together in the spirit of growth and making the world a better place. As I began by giving thanks to our ancestors, let us think of our ancestors once more. What would our ancestors say about this beautiful moment and the limitless possibility that stands before us? All these incredible human beings now brought together from all over the world. What will manifest? I'm so excited to be along for the journey and to find out. I hope I haven't outlasted my time. Back to you, David, and gratitude and love to each of you. May you have a wonderful journey.
Thank you so much, Jake. That was wonderful, wonderful message. And it is amazing just to see how many of you are here today from so many different places. As Jake mentioned, take a quick moment to put your Zoom on gallery view. And yeah, let's take actually a screenshot very quickly. Maybe 1, 2, 3, just make a silly face so I can capture this moment, okay? 1, 2, 3, cheers. Great, that's excellent. So we're gonna continue with our program, and I know that we have been talking a lot to you right now. So I wanna have a little bit of audience participation. And for that, let's see if my poll actually worked out. Let's see. Okay, excellent. I can see it here. So I have 4 questions for you, and we're gonna do a live, sourcing of information here. So I'm gonna launch it, and then I'll let you respond. Question number 1 is number of countries represented in the academy. So this is just to test how much you've been paying attention, or if you have been paying attention, right? Second question is how many sections are in the academy? This is a little bit of guessing. Number 3 is how many instructors are in the academy? This is a little bit of a trick question. And the last one, it's about my favorite food. You have to guess what will be my favorite food. Okay, so I'll let some people finish with the poll just to see what you're doing. I see some folks are answering. 18 of 18, 23 people have completed. Okay, we're still there. I see that how many instructors is the closest one? Some people changing their mind as we go. Okay, we have 42 people who have responded. We're missing a few others, but I'll give you maybe 20 seconds to finish responding, and then we'll know the answers. Okay. 52, 54. Okay, I see a few others still. Okay, excellent. I'm gonna end the poll and I'm gonna tell you the results. So I'm sharing the results. Number 1, number of countries represented in the academy? So the options were 68, 58, or 56. The right answer is 56. So 74% of you answer correctly. Those of you who answer 68, come on, folks, you have to pay attention. Okay, follow along. Number 2, how many sections are in the academy? So this is a tricky one because maybe you don't know all of the information. So there's sections A to M, I believe, and that'll be 13 sections. So if someone tells you that they're in section X or section, I don't know, N, you have to let me know because they're infiltrated the academy. Okay. Okay, number 3, and this is a trick question. How many instructors are in the academy? The options were 10, 11, and 13. The right answer is 10. There's actually 10 instructors in the academy. So there's some of you who will be sharing the same instructor across sections. And then the last one, what is my favorite food? Okay, 30% tacos al pastor, thank you. That's pretty accurate. Szechuan chicken, okay, 13%. Shawarma, coxinha. I guess not a lot of my Brazilian friends are here to really believe that I like that food, but actually the right answer is all of the above. I love all food, so all of that goes. Thank you so much. So that it was like the silly part where we all like try to guess things. Thank you for participating. Okay, the next piece of our program, our formal part of the program, is a message from other folks who, where you are right now. And those were academy students from other terms who wanna say hello and welcome. So I'm gonna share this video with you. Let me know if the sound works.
Assalamu alaikum, marhaban.
Hola. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello, Academy students, and welcome to Global Citizen Year.
We are so happy you decide to take the step and become a part of the Global Citizen Year Academy family.
In the next 3 months of the Academy, you will get to know friends and a compassionate community that is spread across the world.
And learn from world-class speakers.
Share memorable and unforgettable moments with your classes.
Being matched with a mentor who have like same interest and
develop the leader inside you.
And so much more.
We wish you all the best in your time at the Academy.
And we hope this will be a memorable experience for you, just like it was for us.
We want to pass the torch to you.
To you.
You, to you, to you.
So there you go. A big warm welcome from some other folks who where you are today and who are excited to welcome you into our community. This is a community that is formed with people from all over the world and that will last, we hope, a lifetime. So thank you to all the Academy alum who participated in this video. This idea of passing the torch is passing the spirit of the Academy, similar to the way that the Olympics pass the torch from hand to hand until they get to the Olympic fire. This is the idea that we're passing the spirit of the Academy from one cohort of the Academy to the next one. So I hope that you're able to identify with that and embrace that at the end of the program and throughout your relationship and involvement with Global Citizen Year. Okay, folks, so we're getting almost to the end of our formal piece of the program. And to finalize that, we are going to have a quick video from our Chief Program Officer, who's gonna give you another welcome. We're welcoming you in all sorts of ways today. So I'll do that very quickly, and then I'll play this video. Give me 1 second, and let me know if you can hear it.
Hello, my name is Elkim Tomiti Archer, and I'm the Chief Program Officer here at Global Citizen Year. In this role, I work with our instructional and non-instructional team to oversee our work, to oversee our program strategy, design, and delivery, ensuring that what we do is impactful. I also work with our research monitoring and evaluation team who conduct surveys and ensure that feedback is continuously integrated into our program design. Lastly, my role oversees our global community engagement work, the team that will invite you into our alumni community upon graduation and support you in years to come on your leadership journey. I am so excited to welcome you to this semester's Academy. Your class represents a third of all countries globally. For us on the Global Citizen Year team, it is always humbling and a big honor to see the cohorts come together each semester. Take a few moments to look around you and think about the power of the network you are building at this early stage in your leadership journey. The people who are here today are going to encourage and challenge you and create opportunities for each of you to deepen your learning about yourselves, your community, and the world. I was born in Liberia and grew up in Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. Anytime I get the honor to welcome a new class, a new academy class, I am struck by the privilege and position that enabled me to be in the space. But understanding the privilege and knowing where I come from is the driving force that underpins the responsibility and commitment I have for this work. For each of you in the Academy today, you are also sitting in a position of privilege, the privilege of an education that makes this opportunity accessible to you, the privilege of access to a laptop, to Wi-Fi, to be able to show up and participate in this course. I urge you to remember that privilege. Let it drive you and let it motivate you to make the most of this opportunity. So many young adults in our world, in your communities, do not have this opportunity. You do. Honor it. This is your community you are building together. Commit to lean into it and show up 100%. I cannot end this welcome without a word of gratitude to the team who have worked tirelessly to make this possible. I am so grateful to the team for their commitment to excellence in all they do. Thank you, team. Finally, I leave you with the same course I have shared with previous Academy students at the beginning of the semester. It's from the renowned American poet and writer, Toni Morrison. As you enter positions of trust and power, dream a little before you think. I'm going to read that again. As you enter positions of trust and power, dream a little before you think. As young leaders, you are at the beginning of your leadership journey. Over the years, you will be faced with many choices and decisions that will have you thinking hard. This semester, I encourage you to give yourself the joy of dreaming. Dream of what can be and not what is. Dream of a world that is equitable and bends towards justice. Dream of a world where differences are celebrated, not repressed. Dream of a world where we are taking responsible care of our earth and its resources. Dream of a world where we recognize war is never the solution. Imagine the world, and imagine that world. Embrace the possibilities that come with that world. This is your time out. Dream.
Thank you, Elikem, for that wonderful message and for the words that reminds us that we have privilege, that being in this space also represents having certain privilege that others might not have internet, having a computer, having other things, and how is that we use that privilege for the better of our societies, or for, you know, the betterment of the world and the communities that we belong to. Okay, folks, so this concludes the formal piece of our welcome. We hope that you are excited to begin this journey, and that you are also excited to get to know your peers and get to interact with them, learn about them, learn about the places that they come in the world and whatnot. So to move on onto the other piece of our programming and welcome day, I want to introduce my colleagues Chetza and Daniel, who will be joining us and leading some activities in GatherTown. So Chetza, Daniel, floor is yours.
Thanks, David, and welcome Fall 2022 Academy cohort. We're so happy to have you here. I know you've heard it a million times, but we're super excited. We've been planning for your arrival for months, and we're so happy you could be here with us. So as David said, we'll be moving to the more fun part. We finished all the logistical housekeeping things, and we'll be moving to the fun part of the orientation. And we'll be moving to a platform called GatherTown. David will be sharing the link to that very shortly. We ask that as you join, please name yourself as your first name, your last name, as well as the country that you're joining from. It is so important. It is very crucial that you name yourself like that. I'll just repeat it again: your first name, your last name, and the country you're joining. During the GatherTown events, we'll play a few games. You'll get to know a little bit more about some competitions that we'll have lined up for you in the next 12 weeks that can help you gain points. And actually, if you're the winning team, you might win a prize. You will win a prize. We'll just tell you what it is later. So yeah, we're excited to have you join us, and I will pass it on to Daniel.
Yeah, so again, welcome and congratulations to all of you. I'm really looking forward to getting to meet you all, to getting to interact with you all. We will have a wide variety of games in the upcoming weeks, activities, events, and I'm sure we will have a memorable time to cherish for years to come. Just a short recommendation for entering GatherTown. I recommend you to use Google Chrome because it works much more easily. Some softwares don't allow, for example, Opera or Safari. So if you could use Google Chrome and on a laptop, that way it'll make things much more easier for you, and you can enjoy the platform like it was intended to. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you there in GatherTown, this little space of metaverse, like David would say it. It's an amazing platform, and yeah, thank you all for being here.
Okay, folks, so that's the end of our formal program. I posted the link to GatherTown in the chat, so make sure to follow it. If you have any questions or if you have any hiccups along the way as you join that space, I'll be here to support you. But that's it. Welcome to Global Citizen Year Academy. We're so excited to have you here, and we'll continue seeing you over the next 12 weeks. Okay, so have a great time and see you soon.